All right, we live. We live in the building. We back in the building. Shalom Israel. We are the Israelite School of excuse me, it's a lot. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under commanding General Yohana. We've been teaching this truth since 1969 that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the true biblical Jews of the Bible. Excuse me. And that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Across the nation, across the earth, every Monday night we have a scripture breakdown class / history class, various topics expressed in these classes. Tonight's class will be covering the current war that's going on in the earth right now. World War III has kicked off. It may not seem like it now, but there's a lot of things happening, a lot of things been brewing up for over a decade, or maybe even since the Cold War, if I might add. But we'll be discussing a lot of things concerning Ukraine, China, Russia, America, and other nations as well. But let's get into it, though. Let's get into it. If you're not familiar with me, I'm Captain Sapari of the Israelite School EPK, under Commander Yohana, up down here in Baltimore and abroad across the state of Maryland, Annapolis, Ocean City, Eastern Shore, other parts of Maryland that we'll be covering. Please join in into the live. If you have any questions, you can type them in. Any concerns, you can call the school or what have you. And let's get into the topic. I want to also say before we get into the topic, it was a pleasure seeing all of the brothers and sisters at the last Passover that just passed down there in Raleigh, North Carolina. It was an amazing time. I didn't get to see all the brothers and sisters. I mean, the nation has grown, and I mean, it was the place was packed. You couldn't see. It was a sea of people, so you couldn't see, the people that you would normally see. Everybody was there. People on top of people. It was an amazing time, and it was an amazing time, man. So Salaki, if I didn't get to see you, brother or sister, you know what I mean, just hit me up as usual. But you know, it's growing, it's getting big. Everybody coming to the knowledge of the wisdom of the Lord, coming into the Israelite school. UPK wisdom is at, that to see the Hispanic natives, you know what I mean. It may be a little bit difficult. So that's that. Now let's get into this topic. WW3, the third woe is upon us. It's happening. It's in the earth, but it may not seem like it because of the media and particular perceptions about war. But this war has been brewing up for a very, very long time. Even since the Cold War, the tensions, like everybody, and we'll discuss it more as we get into the scriptures here and into a couple of articles that we may pull tonight. But this war is inevitable. It was inevitable. It was coming. Like we had they can sign as many treaties or as many acts as they want to, or what I have here in my notes. Whatever nuclear deals they want to come up with, or arms deals, or what have you, they want to come up with. That's just to prolong the inevitable. Prolong the inevitable which is coming to the earth, which is the World War III. It's coming. It's here, and it's only going to get more aggressive, right? It's only going to get more aggressive. It's only going to get more hectic, more violent. It's here. This is the last days that we was talking about, right? We've been talking about this since 1969. Everybody thought we was crazy. Everybody, look, everybody thought the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge was out of our minds when we said Russia was going to come up against America, that these wars and these tensions was going to increase in the earth. Now you got Ukraine, you got Russia, you got NATO, and America and NATO been poking the bear since for over a decade now. You know what I'm saying? Doing joint task force, joint military operations, and down over there in Ukraine, and Russia not, pleased with it for years now. You understand? But like I said, this war, right? This war here was an inevitable factor in reality. It was prophesied. These things were absolutely going to happen, and here we are. You know, here we are. Here you are. Here we are. That's why. That's why you might think to yourself, how can America be so silly in their dealings with the other nations, knowing the probabilities of a nuclear war? How could America be so foolish in the name of this so-called democracy, right? In the name of this so-called freedom across the earth and this so-called whatever they want to uh, label it, whatever label they want to stamp on it. How can it be so foolish in their actions when they talking about they love the American people? We talking about war on American soil. That's unheard of, and not even that thought doesn't even enter a mind of a patriot, of a so-called American that follows this beast, that believes in America, that believes in democracy and freedom. They think America's untouchable, but this war was prophesied. This war is not a new thing, not a new theory, right? Not a new idea, right? Excuse me. But look, let's go in the Bible. Let's go to some of the common scriptures for the people that may be unfamiliar. Let's go to some of the common scriptures about the third woe. We'll get the third woe. We'll get um, nuclear bombs in the Bible. We'll cover a lot of things here concerning this war. All right, and don't worry too much about this war. Just serve the Lord. Just serve the Most High power. That's all we got to do. You understand? All we got to do is put them cigarettes out, right? Put them cigarettes out, put them blunts out, do away with that. Get your counseling and be perfect in this truth. You understand? Coming in the Israelite School of UPK will teach you how to live, teach you how to serve God truly. It's a shame everybody was at that so-called Christian church yesterday evening, morning, whatever time you may have went. And these brothers and sisters truly believe they following God in that Christian church, whether it be Baptist, Roman Catholic, or whatever denomination it may be. They went in there to celebrate their so-called Easter, not knowing the term Easter was a mistranslation for Passover. Literally, is in the Bible dictionary. But nonetheless, I don't want to get off topic here. Let's get into some of these scriptures. Let's get into the most common ones, and then we'll go a little bit more in depth of what the scriptures and particular nations that are going to be involved in this upcoming in this war that's here, basically. All right. So we'll go into a precept concerning war in the end times here. We'll go to Matthew, the 24th chapter. Go to Matthew here. And we'll get into this Bible some. All right, make sure all Akim and Akwathian are checking in for attendance purposes. All right. Especially brothers and sisters that are trying to obtain a name in the school and be a certified member in the Israelite School of UPK. Attendance is just type it in the chat. I'll write your name down on the physical log here in school. All right. So we'll go to Matthew 24. The 24th chapter here. Bear with me 1 second. Where we at? Bear with me 1 second. Bear with me 1 second, class. Hold up. All right. Go to Matthew 24, verse 6 here. Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And you should hear of wars here. You should hear of them. Everybody, as you scroll through your social medias, your YouTubes, your Facebooks, your TikTok, your Instagrams, you on the internet scrolling or what have you. You seeing what's going on in the earth, right? You hearing it, you seeing it. Why is that? You should ask yourself that. Because it wasn't so prevalent just a couple years ago, right? I mean, it was wars going on, but it's a little bit different now. Why? It's a bunch of wars going on. There's a bunch of wars been going on all through Africa and other brown nations or what have you. Nobody sees or cares about it because particular people aren't desired as other people, right? But you see these wars, you hear about them, you scrolling through the feed, right? It's becoming more and more prevalent than before, right? There's a reason for that. This is the end times. This is how you know we in those last days that the scriptures talk about. These rumors, what you hearing, what you seeing, what's going, mouth to mouth. You heard things going on in here. Man, was a bombing here. It was a terrorist attack here. It was a terrorist attack. I think it was a terrorist attack in Israel a couple of days ago. Right? Tensions are rising, right? Why is that? It's angels in the earth stirring it up. Stirring that perfect picture of salvation for the nation of Israel. Like we think is such an evil thing what's going on in the earth, right? because death is wrong and crime and war and all this is have negative stipulations, right? Of course, right? Because the loss of life and everything that comes with war, right? Of course. But on the other side, right? On the other hand, you have salvation, you have purification, right? But Christianity has made us view um, what's happening in the earth as such a horrible thing. The other nations are fighting each other. This ain't got nothing to do with us, right? Or does it? Or does it? Right? We'll go into the scriptures and elaborate a little bit more here. Get your pen and paper out because listen, this is the breakdown of the third woe that the scriptures speak about. You understand? You better get right with the Lord, brothers and sisters. There's no joke. There's no joke. It's no joke here, man. Don't try to be self-righteous and self-liberating. This is real life. It's not about what you think and what you feel. We'll go in the scriptures though here. Let's let the scriptures reveal the mysteries of the book. All right. You shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Well, I heard the United States and NATO was doing this, that in Ukraine. Yeah, they was. And I heard the US was doing this and in this country or that country, right? All these things are not so public, so they're like rumors. They're not pushed to the forefront on MSNBC, right? Or Bloomberg, CNN, Fox News, right? They're not pushed to the forefront like that. So they like a lot of them are factual, right? What they doing in Taiwan is that's factual, right? Ukraine war, factual. American aiding them, factual. America, NATO, acting out military um, drills in Ukraine, factual. Not pushed to the rumors, right? Yet factual. Not pushed to the forefront. So we hear things that we hear, rumors, right? Rumors of wars. See that he be not troubled for things coming to pass. All these things gotta happen, brothers and sisters. They have to happen. Right? They gotta happen. These things ain't just because. You know what I mean? It ain't just they say like Christianity. Come on, man. Listen. This ain't just because. This gotta happen. You got Christians crying, "Oh no, Putin is evil." America, listen, man. Let it play out, right? Don't we love God? Don't we love the Bible? Don't we read the Bible? Listen, it's just listen. The Bible says, "Hey, look, this gotta happen," right? Nah, be too soft. We want America. We want to prolong. Maybe I should say it this way. Maybe you should understand. Maybe you could understand. We want to prolong our captivity, right? Under the oppressor. That's what we want to do. We don't want this. We don't want the conflict. I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, and natives here. We don't want the conflict between Russia, America, China, Taiwan, Ukraine, Iran going to get in it. East Pakistan going to get in it. Russia's allies are going to get in it. Right? All these things must come to pass. Oh yeah, it's happening. It's happening. We can't avoid it. We can't. It ain't none of that. Trying to get around it. Try to get a treaty. Try to get a nuclear deal. Trying to get an arms deal. Right? Russia suspended the last nuclear arms act. Oh, we forgot about that. That was a couple. I don't know. It was like a month ago or so, right? They suspended that. That really wasn't pushed to the forefront on CNN and Bloomberg. Then they spoke about it a little bit, and then they moved on to the next trend. You know how the mass media do. We don't understand how severe and how big this thing is because we so busy hunting for Easter eggs and being a part of America's um, so-called dream, right? We want to be a part of America's good time. We want to be with the cool kids. You a sucker, yo. How pathetic can we be as a nation and as a people, man? Absolutely pathetic sitting up there with the goddamn devils of the earth. Want to behave like them? So now you a drug addict. You a hippie. Want to join? We want to join in that festivities. Or since we want to join in their festivities and their lifestyle and their customs, then what? What happens when the war breaks out? You're gonna die right along with the oppressors of the earth. That's what because you want to be with the cool kids of the earth. You want to be with the cool nations. Big head Negroes are disgusting. Absolutely disgusting how we behave, man. Want to join this place? Want to join this nation? Want to behave and indulge with the customs of the other nations, man? You asking for it? We asking to be burnt up along with these other nations, man. We asking for it. Had Negroes this past weekend, and what they call it the Sunday's best, right? They call it the Sunday best. That Sunday best gonna get burnt up in nuclear warfare. Want to join the so-called cool nations of the earth, man? Should be absolutely disgusted with ourselves, man. How bad we want to be with the cool nations of the earth, huh? You want to celebrate everything the oppressors say celebrate, like Simon says. Simon says Easter, you do Easter. Simon says Christmas, we getting lights and trees. Simon says Halloween, we getting candy and dressing up like a hoe. You are part of America. You absolutely joined in the neck of thine enemy, right? So you want to join the enemy in that nuclear warfare? You're going to join the enemy in this warfare against the other nations? Or are you going to be set apart and holy? Nah, we rather join. Nah, man. Well, I'm just doing it for the kids, right? I'm killing your kids, man. Art thou holy, man. Be holy mean is to be separate. You listen, y'all. Come on, y'all. You gotta wake the hell up, black man, Hispanic man. And y'all fake camps, y'all can check in too. We see y'all watching the classes. Now look, we gonna get some more on this. All these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Come on, y'all. That's clear as day, right? And we're going to get past these calming scriptures. We're going to get a little bit more in depth about this war. All right, we're going to get a little bit more in depth in this breakdown. Let's get past the common ones here. We'll break down the third wall. We'll break down a couple of things. And listen, what we don't recognize and understand is this. This third war, right, in our minds, because we Christians and we join with America, we think it's a fight for democracy. It's a fight for freedom. Oh, we gotta be free, and we gotta make sure the whole America is so dumb. Listen, America think they better win this war. Them angels did a good job with America, bro. They did a good job with Biden and all the heads of states and all the government officials. They did a good job and boasted them up and made them proud. So much that they gonna go and poke the bear, messing with Ukraine, messing with Taiwan, and messing with all these nations of the earth. They remember what you did to their family, all the murder, all the raping, all the pillaging, all the crimes of them. They remember. The angels allowed them to remember the trauma that America and the nations of the earth did to this place, man. They remember. They remember, just like you remember 9/11 and remember I forget the one Hawaii, and remember I can't even remember, goddamn, all the terrorist attacks of America. Okay? It's gonna come to me as soon as I leave the class. America, man, they gonna win this joint. Okay. Nation shall rise against nation, right? It shall happen. And there shall be famine and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. It's a lot that's going to be happening, and that is happening currently in the earth. And we think it's, oh man, that's so wicked, and oh man, it's so sorrowful. It is, right? Verse 8, and all these are the beginning of sorrows. 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and you shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. That's going to something else. Well, we think this a game. We think this something small, right? That's what we think. We can't comprehend, right? Bear with me 1 second. We can't comprehend how massive, how significant was the things that are happening in the earth are. We can't comprehend that. Why is that? Why can't we comprehend? We too busy loving America, skip bad with me. We too busy enjoying this place. That's what we want to do. We want to have fun. Oh, let the kids have fun. It's for the kids. We're talking about war, yeah. We're talking about He's taking this actual thing that's happening in the earth now as a light thing. I'm gonna get the third one. Revelation is the 11th chapter. We're gonna go into this a little bit more, and then I want to go in depth about the third one, which is more in Ezekiel. We'll go into there. We'll go into a couple of other scriptures as well. Let's get some. Revelations chapter 11, verse 14. This is going to break down a couple of wars here. And we're going to get in depth about the third world war. We're going to get in depth about it. Stay tuned. It says the second war, this is Revelation 11:14. The second world war. If you know, type it in the chat. Second world war. Very prevalent. And then long ago, it seemed like yesterday, right? Third world war. World War II. Mhm. Mhm. The second world is past. Behold, the third one cometh quickly. Right? It may seem like a generation, right? And yet, the third one is here. We're in the beginning stages of Ukraine, Russia, Taiwan, and China got to kick off. NATO country been prepping for this war since 2008. Since 2008, since 2008, 09, that range, that area, NATO and the U.S., which is really like the so-called head of NATO, they've been dealing with Ukraine for over a decade. For over a decade. Man, like, hey, what y'all doing in my spot? It's fine. You know, Russia like, hey, U.S., hey, you know, we trying to be cordial, what's going on, that's doing this. Look, I don't give a damn about Russia. They don't give a damn about Russia. They want, you just bringing up facts about this war. You understand? They, other countries come in and Russia's seeing this. Moscow seeing this. Russia's allies are seeing this, and they're like, all right, I leave you no choice. Y'all trying to do this, that, and the third. I ain't trying to respond. This third war. They thought that we came out of the pot. We thought we was in this de-escalation stage. Okay, listen. Come on, man. I gotta get into it. I gotta get into my speech. Third World, Second World, Second World War II. Behold, the third world coming quickly. We ain't in this. We ain't in that. We ain't in that. You might ask yourself, why? Oh, why is this happening? Blah, blah, blah. Listen, we going. Let me get that. Bear with me. Second Peter. Let me get Second Peter real quick. We'll get a little more on this. His purpose is that to see something. The Lord, Christ's name, his reputation, like that. I ain't gonna probably like that. Hey. I'm gonna come on the thief in the night. Uh, 2 Peter chapter 3, right? 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Most High will come as a thief in the night. Damn, out of nowhere. Like you ain't really prepared for a home invasion. Like you had a little firearm. Hey man, somebody come knock on not you this. I'm like, this is different type of people. Come on, a bomb, yo. Okay? You're talking about thermonuclear warfare. But the day of the Most High will come as a thief in the night, and in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Fervent heat. This ain't no hot day. This ain't no humid day. Right? But the earth also, and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. This ain't no hot summer day here. This ain't no war on the boardwalk, Ocean City. Right? This is nuclear warfare coming to the earth. Everybody knows it's going to happen. Right? You shouldn't be so silly. You should take serving real serious. Shouldn't you? For the sake of your family, for the sake of your life, right? You say you love God. You say you love Christ. And I think I read my Bible. Right? We reading reality. Right? We reading what happened, what's happening, and what's going to happen. And we take the Bible as a joke, as a fairy tale. We take it as a joke, as a fairy tale because of Christianity, because of these false philosophies and doctrines. We can't see the reality in the Bible. You showed me the World War II just now. We showed you what's happening in the earth. And we showed you what's going to happen that is absolutely inevitable. It's absolutely inevitable. Right? World War III. Bombs, wars, tanks, bombs, nukes, pestilence. Right? Murder. Death. We celebrate Easter. We celebrate fairy tales, false doctrine, things that make us feel good, joyful. Right? Beloved, seeing that all these things shall be resolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in a holy conversation and godly, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt. Further, we can't see what's plain, right? We can't see what's plain this day here in the Bible. Like when you read it, you can read same Bible that's collecting dust in every hotel, collecting dust on your nightstand. The word today, but the church ain't about teaching. They're about making you feel good, dimming the lights, having a good time. Good time is up, bro. Good time is up. Good time is over. You might as well join the cult. You might as well join the cult and going to teach you, and you're going to have a real family and security and everything like that. You might as well just join the cult. What's wrong with that? We talking about fall out here. Why not join the cult? I told you what happened. I was right. You was right. Showed you what's happening. Showed you what's going to happen. You might as well join the cult. We're going to read some more of the Bible, break it down. Everyone can have some understanding. There's no one for Peter here. They probably like, oh, why you want this to happen? The Bible told us, hello. I thought you loved God in the Bible. No, you love this age in society. We didn't become friends of this world age in society. We didn't become friends of the world. There's a demo in that second class. Oh, shit. We in Ezekiel now. We in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. Get a little bit more in depth on this third walk. And the word of the Most High came unto me saying, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against God. Who's God? Who's name God? Over there. Biblically, this is talking about Russia. It's talking about Russia and everything on that side. Son of man, set thy face against God. Right? When we read the Bible, right? I thought God was very bad. That's what the church said. So what does it mean right here? Somebody don't understand the part. They're talking about God like everybody. God. It's a set thy face against God in opposition. wide in the Hebrew, right? The land of God, chief priest, prince, and the shepherd. You might ask yourself, what is that? You might ask yourself, what is the shepherd? We're talking about the stronghold of Western Moscow. Right? And to ball is the allies of this place, Turkey, the Eastern Bloc, all these nations here are going to be drawn in, right? Are going to be drawn into the war. Everybody's going to get a piece of this. Everybody's going to get a piece of this war here. Everybody going to get a piece of this war here. You got Turkey, the Eastern Bloc, Moscow, all the allies of Russia are going to be tied in and brought into this war. You understand? We'll get some more on this here. Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief priest, prince of Meshech and Tabal, and prophesy against them. Verse 3. And say, thus saith the Most High Power, behold, I am against thee, O God. I thought God was for everybody. I thought God was for everybody. Hey, look, man. We just reading the Bible, man. The same Bible that's on your nightstand, the nightstand of every hotel. We just breaking it down bit by bit. And what we discovering is something so heavy, and that's something that we should not take lightly. We should not take this thing lightly. We are talking about nuclear Earth. It ain't no joke. We got to comprehend and understand this. This ain't no joke, y'all. It's real life. It's real life here. All right. Turkey, the Eastern Bloc, and some more. Verse 4 here. And I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaw. We thought it was over. The Cold War is over. No tension. They had all these nuclear deals. Everybody pulling at their nukes or limiting their nuclear arsenal. Right? That's what we thought. Hold up. Matter of fact, I mentioned earlier, Russia suspended last arms nuclear deal with the U.S. That was recent. That was like a couple months ago. They said, no, this treaty, this little deal, this little arms negotiation, we're going to clip that. We didn't hear about that, though. We moved on to the next trend, the next news, or what have you. Like all these things are just these are facts here. And listen, all them facts is mirrors. It mirrors what the Bible prophesied, what Ezekiel was told. It mirrors it. Right? Turkey, the Eastern Bloc, Russia, Moscow, all the allies in the Soviet Union, that all of that. It mirrors all of it. The Bible is a lot. The Bible, yo, I think it's some type of fairy tale. We think it's a fairy tale because of the Christian church. All right, reading on. It says, "Put hooks in thy jaws," meaning like a fish, like a hook in the fish, pulling the fish back. Hey, where you going? Ain't no more Cold War. It's tension. America is aiding another country to fight Russia, and it was there since 2008, along with NATO, training and fighting and all these military combat scenario training or what have you with Ukraine. Russia wasn't had it. They had to invade, right? Come on, y'all. Come on. Look, we're gonna get someone there to pull them hooks back. They thought Russia was gonna be along with all that uh, world peace stuff. When America ain't about that world peace stuff, like we think in our minds because we so following America, we think that what America is doing is all for the love of freedom and all for the love of democracy. No, it's all for the love of conquering and murdering and greed. And that greed gonna make America fall for our sake. For our sake, man. For the sake of the Israelites. It says, pull it, hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen. What does that mean? Military infantry, tanks, Humvees, jeeps. No, I don't think they use jeeps no more, but military arsenal. Okay, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, bulletproof, tanks, all of that sort, man. Put it like visualize this. Visualize this. About a month ago, they was calling for the United States to give them. I think another country gave them tanks. I think it was Germany gave Ukraine tanks. Some other nation out there, but all these things mirror what's in the book. Horses and horsemen armored up here. Visualize this. Even a great company with bucklers and shields. A buckler is a shield. A buckler is a shield. Look on the top of a Humvee, and then there's like a big shield, and in between that shield is a 50 cal, a sword, a weapon, shielded on the side of it. So buckler, a shield. All of that, all of them handling swords. Coming outside of that tank is what? It's a cannon. Coming outside of that tank is what? Coming outside of that tank is more artillery. On top of these Humvees, artillery, right? In thy hand, artillery. Along with your what? Your plate carrier and your plate, your steel on your chest and your back. Verse 5, Persia. Who's Persia? Who's Persia today? All these nations that y'all see in the news, it's in the book. Iran, all them Arabs is cooking up. Persia, Ethiopia, don't sleep on them. Don't sleep on them. They committing all types of acts and atrocities. Don't forget about Black Hawk Down and all the things that's going on that side of the earth. Right? Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet. All of them. Everybody getting drawn into this thing, right? Everybody getting drawn into the fight. This is the world war prophesied in the Bible, occurring right here today. We too busy though. We too busy. We too busy being, you know, in the neck of thine enemy. We too busy being apart. We don't understand how big this thing is, how elaborate, how important what we bringing out every day here in the Israelite school is now. I'm gonna join and I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna go join you. I'm gonna go to Ukraine and I'm gonna join the fight. Dumb. That ain't how we gotta fight. All we gotta do is put that. You gotta put that cigarette out. You gotta put that blunt out. You gotta put that. You gotta put that lifestyle of the other nations away. You gotta put the mentality of the heathen away. That's what we gotta do as a people, as a nation. Because we don't understand, like the World War III our fight is separating from the other nations, man. And we gotta recognize and understand this. This war is the Lord's vengeance for what these other nations have done to us. This is the transition of power. And this specific transition of power ain't going to be peaceful. It ain't going to be like they think, oh, when Christ come back, all it's going to be rainbows and hugs and kisses and love. Yo, it's going to be blood everywhere. It's going to be destruction on the face of this earth. Like they listen. It's gonna be something else in this earth, man. And look, for our sake though. Let's get some more. Verse 6, Gomor. Who's Gomor? Now, we know who the nations here in this school, but I'll give you the background. Gomor's Frank. Like all these nations is getting drawn into this thing here. Okay? You know, Gomor, all his allies, Germany and Central Europe and everybody over there, they're gonna get drawn into it. NATO allies and America, of course, man, it's going to get bloody. It's going to get bloody and wicked and crazy. We holding on to this theory of world peace and a utopia. That ain't happening. That ain't what the America don't even want that. They too greedy. They can never have enough, so it's going to be nuclear war. Okay? They can't have enough. He might say, oh, why America? Why y'all coming down on America? Y'all should be thankful for America. You a goddamn hoe for America. Isaiah 59th chapter, verse 9. Therefore, is judgment far from us, neither doth justice overtake us? We wait for light, but behold obscurity. For brightness, but we walk in darkness. I don't know if this is the one I wanted. Oh, I gotta go to something up there. 7. Their feet run to evil. That's America. They don't have the ability of remorse or mercy. They run to evil. They can't get enough of conquering and money and greed and blood. They run to it. And they make haste to shed innocent blood. What's going on the border? What's going on in all these cities of America and in these counties that the black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man living in? What's coming to them? They deserve it, man. They deserve every last piece of what's coming to them for what they did to your brother, to your father, to your sister, to your mother, to your cousin, to your children, and to you. They deserve it. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, so they can think about it. They come up with schemes and plans to make sure that you're oppressed. Make sure you don't get a increase the crumb that they give you. Wasting and destruction are in there. Every listen, y'all, you better run when you see the devil, the oppressor. They come to devour. They come to devour you, and it ain't nothing to do like Ezekiel the 35th chapter said. They have had a perpetual hatred for us. They've always hated us, man. And we want to join and be a part of. It's like a whole. We're gonna get a little bit more on this though. We're gonna get a little bit more. Let me get back to Ezekiel though. Go back to Ezekiel. I'm in verse 6. Gomer and all his bands. When it said all his bands, talking about his allies, Central Europe, Germany, all those folks down there, East Pakistan, everybody getting joined in in the fight. You understand? Let me get some more here. The house of Tagarma of the North Quarters and all his bands and many people with thee. All the allies. Everybody getting swept up into this world war here. Yeah, that was that. That was that on that. Though. Now I'm gonna get Zechariah, Ezekiel, Galatians, Second Peter. Get Zechariah. This gonna be the last one. Then I got to run. Bear with me 1 second. It's my last one though. Zechariah 14:12. All right. Zechariah 14:12 here. My last scripture, then I got to roll. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Most High will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Like I said, like we mentioned, we just read there. Like this war just ain't a beef between Russia. Just ain't a beef between Russia and Ukraine. A beef between China and Taiwan and Pakistan and India and Japan and North Korea. Ain't about those beefs. Those beefs are stirring up for your sake. Black man, Hispanic man, and Native Indian man. We can't recognize and understand that because we think that we are part of this place. And then listen, we didn't join this place. We didn't put our heart in this place, man. We should separate from this place. Huh? Okay? All right. Get some more. Their flesh shall consume away. Like there's a scene, and I think it's the Terminator where it gives a physical depiction of this. Your skin melting off of your bone. This is thermonuclear warfare. Okay? While they stand upon their feet, like you standing, it's the scene. So it's the scene of somebody standing and a bomb drop and they face just melt, right? And they standing. And the owl shell can consume away your eyeballs, melt, skin melting, right? Away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. You see a whole scene where they they just deteriorate like that. Skin gone, eyes gone, tongue gone, just bone. And then the bone just drop. That mirrors this. It's in the scripture. We can't see and comprehend that though, right? We too busy. We too busy, right? We too busy wanting to be a part of. We want to prolong this captivity. They don't like Christians don't want a war. They protesting the war, sending funds to Ukraine and waving the Ukrainian flag, and all in the name of this so-called democracy and freedom. But you don't want freedom. You want to be we want to be subservient unto another nation. Damn that up. This place got to burn at 1,000 degrees for what they done to our people. Look what they did to your father. Look what they did to your father and your mother and your aunts and your uncle. Look what they did to you. Look what they did to you. Look around you when you walk outside tomorrow. While you ride to go to work. While you take your children to school. Take a look around you. You understand how much they deserve was coming to them. You'll see it. Shalom, Israel.